Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing today? All right, so we're at the end of January 2023. We're going to be getting into spring pretty soon. So now we need to start working on all our spring projects. One thing I'm going to be doing is finishing clearing out this area here. You can see I got a pile of brush over here. I'm going to take this, mulch it all up, and use it for the chickens. I think I'm going to also take all these rocks that are floating around in here, and I'm going to make a little area in here where I can have like a little flower garden. With some more trees over there I got to clear up. But what we're going to work on today is the chicken coop. So the main coop is fine, it's all set. But what I did was I put a second area up for the chickens. You can see it just to the left of the coop here. And that is basically for when we have new chicks and they can't mingle with the older chicks because they're too small. So I'm going to have a separate area for them until they get bigger and can go in with the other girls. Let's see how these girls are doing this morning. Good morning, ladies and gent. So here's the other area. It's basically like a dog kennel that I picked up pretty reasonably. And then I made a walkway so that I can open it up and let them in there. So let me do that. Let them romp around in there for a little bit. Good morning. And there they all go. They know there's grass and stuff in there that they can get. Okay, so they like coming in here because they know there's grass and different things, maybe some bugs and whatever they can play with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another small coop for inside of here. So when we have the other chickens, the little ones, they'll have a place to stay. I obviously don't need feeder boxes because they're going to be little and they're not going to be laying eggs. I'm sorry, not feeder boxes, laying boxes. And then I'm going to build like a feeder box. And what that's going to be is something similar to this, but much smaller. And you basically fill it with dirt, and then you put seeds in there. And then you put some of the wire mesh over it so that the grass can grow through the mesh. They can feed off of that, but they're not able to tear the dirt up and just destroy everything. So they'll feed off the top, and then the grass will grow again, and they can continue to feed off it without destroying everything. So that's the plan. I'm going to start working on the other coop today, and we'll get things assembled, see how it goes, and we'll take it from there. All right, so just a rough idea of what I'm doing here. It's going to be 30 deep. The base is going to be 28. It's going to be 30 for the coop, and then 40 wide, a couple of doors, a couple of windows. So first thing we need to do is cut these frameworks for the sides. So it's going to be 30 by 58. All right, so let's get those cut up. All right, so this roof is going to have a slight pitch to it. So I'm going to cut this at about a 30-degree angle here. Actually, not 30 here. All right. Actually, we're going to do a 15-degree angle. I think 30 is going to be a little too much. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 of them that size. Okay, so that's 2. And we need 2 for the front. All right, so this is going to be the basic shape. That's going to be the roof with the pitch. It's going to be 30 inches wide. All right, so what I did, I already have that angle cut on that one, so we just lay this across so we can get the exact angle we need. Okay, now we'll just cut down those 2 boards. So we're going to leave a little bit of an overhang on either end, so I'm going to cut another 15-degree cut on the other ends of this, and then we'll see how that lines up. So I marked on here where the beams are going to line up, because what I want to do is drill a couple of holes on the top end and then screw it into the boards that way. And then I'll do the same for the bottom. So what I did was I set my drill press to a 15-degree angle. This way I can drill a nice straight hole. So let me get those 4 holes drilled and we'll move on. All right, now I've switched out to a bigger drill bit here, just so I can recess the head, because I want to have the screw go down about halfway. All right, so I'm going to start the screws in the holes. All right, then we're going to put some glue on the ends here just to give it some extra added strength. Okay, so that's screwed in nice and tight. We got some glue on there to hold it. I'll do the other side, and then we'll do the frame for the opposite side also. Okay, now I need 2 pieces, 30 inches long for the bottoms. I'll measure that out. 30-inch piece will fit along the bottom, so let me get that secured, and we'll do the other side. Okay, so the two side pieces are done. Now we got to start working on the pieces in the middle. All right, so I want to have 28 inches of clearance underneath the coop. So we're going to measure from here up 28 inches, and then we're going to run a beam across there. Okay, we got the cross beams on. Now I got to put some side pieces on. Like I said, we're not going to be building any nesting boxes on this one because it's going to be for the younger chicks before they're ready to do any laying. So let me get the side pieces on, and we'll move on. For the side pieces, I put these extra little blocks here and clamped them on to the right height, so when I screw them on, I know they're going to be in the same spot and they're not going to move. So now when I go to screw it together, it's going to be right where I want it. All right, so on the top, on the back here, I'm leaving just a little bit of a gap so that we can have some ventilation coming through the top here. So I'm going to be putting some cross braces up on the roof here. I'm going to run 3 more in the middle. This way, when I put the plywood down on there, it'll have a nice solid base. And then I can start working on the sides and the doors and whatnot. All right, so here we are so far. Got the roof all set. I got to run down to Home Depot now and get some more 2x3s because I got to make the framework for the doors and a couple other things. So let me go grab some more wood, some more screws, and we'll continue on. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is cut some boards for cross bracing on here to support the floor. So let's get those cut up and installed. Okay, so I got the floor joists in place. What I need to do now is take a piece of the plywood and actually lay a piece down on here, because the next thing I got to do is make a flip down door for cleaning it out, and then I got to make the 2 doors to open up. So let's lay down the floor on there first. All right, I got the line marked out, and I'm going to use this straight edge here just so I can use my circular saw. Okay, so that piece is the right width now. All I got to do is notch out for the post here. So I got to mark those out, cut them out, and then we'll drop that in, and it should be good. We got the floor in, so I'm just going to get that screwed down, and then we can start working on the doors. So my wife got me this wristband for Christmas. It's actually a magnetic sleeve, and it comes in really handy because you can just throw your screws all on here, and you can just grab them as you need them. It's pretty cool. front flip down door is going to be like this. So just two long pieces and some little short ones in the middle to support it. And then that way that can flip right down and we can clean out the inside. All right, so this is going to be the front door to clean the coop out, and basically just flop it down and then you can just sweep everything right out of here. I'm going to put a couple of latches on the inside to secure it. All right, so the next thing is I'm going to put the latches on and then make the doors. All right, so we get the latches on here. And what I did was I just secured them on there, and then I just drilled a couple of holes to secure it into, okay? So now this door is on here solid, and then when you want to clean it out, you just unlatch the latches, flip it down, and now you can clean it out. All right, next step, the doors. All right, so I got the pieces cut for the doors. Basically, two of these, two of those, and then measured the distance remaining, like that. Left a little small gap on the top. I put a little spacer underneath there, just that way it's not rubbing really tight. It's got a little bit of room to wiggle around. So let's just assemble these and then see how those look. There's the two doors. I'm going to lift them up just a little bit, leave a slight gap there. There is a slight gap in the middle here so they can open and close. All right, so there's the two doors and the bottom door. So next I got to finish out some framework, put some hinges on there, and take it from there. All right, so the next thing I'm doing with the doors, I have to put the hinges on like this, which means I need another board here. But I want to have the board covering the side piece. So I'm cutting a channel in here so that I can mount the side wall and then have this go over it as opposed to it sticking out like that. So right now I'm just cutting out these channels and then we'll get that set up. Okay, so the idea is now that I have the channel, I'm going to cut the side piece to fit, and then what I'll do is I'll just drop it in from the top, slide it down, and that'll secure it like that. And now I have some place to mount the hinges also. Okay, I got the latch on here. Now you can swing this open. Okay. And then I put a little piece of board in here just to fill in the gap. I also put one up on the top here, fill in that gap. And then I just put a bolt set up here. And just pull this up. And that unlocks the other door. So now they both swing wide open. And then when you want to clean it, pull that, flip that down. And now it's all wide open so that you can clean it all out. All right, so I think that's about all for the framework today. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some paint on this because then next weekend I got to start making the sides. And that's going to be a different color paint. So I want to get all the framework painted up and ready to go. So when I do the sides, I can just paint those and put them on. All right, so let me clean this up a little bit and then I'll get to painting. All right, so here she is all painted up. Got the frame all done. So now I just got to do all the fill-in panels. Back, the sides, the door panels, the roof. So that's about it for today. Pretty much spent all day working on this. But the bulk of it's done now. Just doing the small panels and stuff. Won't be too big a deal. All right, guys, so stay tuned, and next weekend, hopefully, I'll be able to finish this off, and then we can get it in the coop, so the other chickens will have another place to hang out. All right, guys, if you liked the video, give a thumbs up, give a like, give a share, and I'll catch you on the next one.